keeps leading, like it led right back. I was like, bro,
Pick that chair.
bro, no, we're not doing that. So you know, he was like, no. So I started slapping his face.
Self-awareness that I don't understand. That's why I say like men are having the best time. The fact that you can live and have that much lack of self-awareness. Okay. Well, we did it. Yeah, we did. We'll do it again tomorrow, and we'll do it again one more time, one more again. And then we'll all be together Saturday. So that's crazy.
Oh.
Okay, how do I? Oh, you are? How many do you have? Okay. Yeah. The good thing is so you got it. I haven't
I gotta figure out. What am I doing here? Okay, 200%. Oh, I gotta do this. I'm next. Natvo. 5 seconds of Nats. Yeah.
on Landelius.
Lindelius. You got it.
You teach me another piece of wisdom. God bless you.
I've been. And I'm assignment manager Mark Liu here at the desk. 2 different law enforcement agencies were involved in a pursuit this morning where the driver switched cars. And here at the desk, we obtained some video that shows the moments after a driver and those passengers in the first pursuit vehicle got into a second, and the CHP tried to stop them. Take a look. Now, what you're looking at here is the second part of this high-speed pursuit very early this morning. That's the second vehicle involved here. CHP says this started over in the Irwindale area when they started chasing a black Lexus wanted for various vehicle code violations. The driver and the passengers in that car didn't want to stop, drove down here to downtown LA. That's the Olympic overpass of the 110 freeway. That's where they switched cars into a white Honda, and you can see CHP and LAPD tried to stop it there with that wild maneuver going in circles, but that white Honda took off. Now, one of the passengers in the original Lexus got out and was taken into custody. It's a woman. You can see her handcuffed there sitting on the curb. Well, CHP took care of her. LAPD chased after that white Honda. They found it abandoned a couple of blocks away. This is that original black Lexus they were chasing. The white Honda was found with 2 of the people inside, but they were taken into custody as well. But the driver of both that Lexus and later that white Honda still on the loose this morning. They simply describe it as that driver as a man, and LAPD and CHP says they're still looking for him. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you. Okay.
They were hoping that authorities are right, that it's safe to be back in this neighborhood.
Oh my gosh.
No more problems with that chemical tank, that it's been stabilized and no longer a threat. But there are still a lot of questions about holding the company accountable for this crisis. 29 claims have now been filed against GKN in Superior Court, about 8 in federal court. Representatives Robert Garcia and Derek Tran sent a letter to GKN CEO today demanding answers, saying the risks to this community were unacceptable and steps need to be taken to prevent this from happening again. Yesterday, the Board of Supervisors ratified a federal emergency declaration which will help reimburse the
The
cost of
space cat.
security, first responders, and shelters. But officials say those funds cannot be used to help residents with businesses who lost money. Eric Lynn says he lost thousands of dollars closing his appliance store over the Memorial Day holiday.
And I was worried about not having enough inventory, but now we have like too much. We still have to pay our rent, we still have to pay employees, we still have all of our expenses.
GKN has not made any comments about compensating those affected, but late last night, their senior vice president, Steve Carlin, put out a statement apologizing. I want to say how sorry we are for the uncertainty and disruption this situation has caused. We recognize there is more work ahead. Our focus remains on supporting the community, working closely with authorities, and continuing to ensure a safe and responsible path forward. I'm personally committed to working with the Garden Grove, Stanton, and broader Orange County communities on these efforts. Now, the company did not say if they plan to go back to operations as they were before, but there are a lot of people in this community now questioning whether they want to have these materials still in this area. We'll send it back to you.
Well.
The U.S. launched another round of military strikes against targets in Iran. U.S. Central Command confirmed it struck an Iranian site that sent attack drones over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran responded with a ballistic missile launch toward Kuwait that CENTCOM says was successfully intercepted. This is the second time this week the two sides have exchanged fire. The U.S. carried out strikes on Iranian missile sites and mine-laying boats on Monday. Iranian state TV claims the Revolutionary Guard tracked and fired at an F-35 fighter jet and downed a Reaper drone, which CBS News has not independently verified.
They're negotiating on fumes.
The strikes come at a critical stage in peace negotiations, as Secretary of State Marco Rubio described Wednesday.
There's an agreement to be made. We want that to be made. I think there's been some progress and some interest, and we'll see over the next few hours and days whether progress can be made.
President Trump also argues the U.S. blockade on Iranian ports is adding to the pressure.
Their economy is in free fall. They have 250% inflation. Their money has no value. And their whole economic system is broken down.
Iran's president said Wednesday that hostile forces are now waging an economic war in an attempt to break the country, and called on private sector companies to resist the external pressures brought about by the blockade. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Oh, what have I got to do? I got to do this. One. Hey, it's Mark Liu calling from CBS LA. How you doing? Good. I have two different incidents I'd like to check on. Can you help me? Okay. First one was a train versus pedestrian, like near Jefferson and Hauser. Do you know this one? Yeah. Yeah. We don't have an age or a gender on the ped? Okay. All right. Do you see officers still there? Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. There's a on the tab. Not this one. Jazzy. Oh, hello. Yeah. No, no evidence of crime. Well, that's actually good. I could use that. That's important. The other one is a strange one, and it might be a CHP handle, but I think LAPD officers were there. This was over at the 10 in Normandy. Are you in the loop on this one? It's like a. Some of the details are strange. It might be like a double hit and run. Are you in the loop on this? Okay. Okay, but you have it does classified as a hit and run. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so they're the primary handle. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay. The other one. LAPD says.
Pasadena's press trail remains closed to the public because of all the damage caused by the fire. But up along it, something beautiful in taking shape.
Gray purple, the grayer
So,
purple, and the grayest purple.
We joined artist Austin Scott as he trekked cans of color up into this charcoal tinged fire scene.
Wasn't my original thought to paint a massive
was it at
mural at the
7?
top of the lake.
When did I do this? 7?
Fellow artist Arturo Monroy gave us an early look at Altadena's very first trail mural. 55-foot wide, 10-foot high, vibrant tribute.
I set up tents, and I kind of lived up here for a month.
Scott rounded up about 80 fellow artists to help. Most like Monroy are fire survivors who are repairing or rebuilding homes, dealing with trauma.
If you know anything about mural painting, most of the stuff that I do is very small scale.
Scott tutored Monroy as he created a large full of deer, goats, and a happy bobcat.
Everything was dark. All of a sudden, having all these opportunities to have a community with colors and having this mural for us was like kind of really easy.
Scott designed this piece to whimsically recount Altadena's Golden Railway age.
I mean, can you imagine looking up and seeing a little train going up?
It also includes what used to be a 40-room hilltop resort.
Crazy cars that went up like a 60-degree incline.
The work was commissioned by a fire survivor. He wants his neighbors to feel hope whenever they pass this wall outside his property. Scott included the patrons' children.
The kids are sitting at the bench, which they used to sit at up at the top of the mountain, with their 2 dogs.
The mural will be officially unveiled Sunday, the county opening up this stretch of trail for the day. Scott says creating it has also been therapeutic for him. His family was grieving before he began.
A year before that, my wife and I lost our baby at 9 months, like right as we were going into labor, and so that was crushing for us.
The couple was pregnant again when they fled the fire. 10 days later, he welcomed Scott, the youngest child. He says the hope and joy she's brought fuels his murals.
Empty call sign.
He's been creating them all over Altadena. Figured prominently in most of Scott's works, Sweet Berry, the bear.
The bear that was discovered under a house after the fire and very scared.
Scott says the bear's resilience was
I
comforting.
mean,
He hopes his murals convey the strength
it
and
was.
beauty he sees in Altadena.
What time did this call come in at?
And he found a way to worm himself into
3:49 a.m.
Carmen's from CBS, LA.
Is it- What did that say?
I am so ready for spring, and to me, that always means flowers. These are three-piece, easy-to-grow fragrance roses from Cottage Farms. They're large, field-grown plants that will be covered in blooms in 60 to 90 days, and they smell so good. Your neighbors will be walking by not only to see your garden, but also to smell the roses. And you can plant them in a pot if you don't have a big garden. They're going to grow in there too. Now, each variety produces beautiful old-fashioned flowers that are packed with petals and worn on sturdy stems. They're perfect for cutting, so you can make arrangements, disease-resistant and ideal for gardens of any size. This is their best-selling collection. It comes with 3 varieties, all the bare root you planted up to here. You're getting the Arizona that's going to give you a lot of flowers on each stem, heirlooms, a hybrid tea rose with lavender blossoms that smell great, and the Savannah Sunbelt. That's a hybrid tea rose with a salmon pink flower. Now, these need a lot of sunlight, good soil, and they'll come up every single year. You just plant the bare root and get ready for roses. And it comes with an instruction manual, so you don't have to have a green thumb. Cottage Farm has been a leading source of direct-to-consumer live plants for decades, and they're always a bestseller on CVS deals, so don't wait. Right now, we're offering 33% off the three-piece rose set from Cottage Farms. That means you're getting beautiful blooming roses for just $40. Head to cvsdeals.com for this exclusive offer.
listen. The thing that, okay, so I went and listened to like all of the radio traffic, and it seems to match like a fatality. They never said anything about a K injury. But hey, it's Mark Liu. Is Terry there? Yeah. Hey, so it's Mark Liu. So I just got off phone with the LAPD and I put in Wolf Tech regarding this thing on 10 and Normandy. So they said, look, this is a CHP handle. Of course, they always say that. But they did say, we have confirmed that it is a hit and run. I'm like, okay. So I went back and I listened to all the radio traffic from CHP, and most of the details do appear to be what we think it is. It sounds like there was a white Dodge Ram truck that struck a pedestrian, but they just said it was a broken leg on the pedestrian. And then someone in a gray Honda Civic stopped, parked, and went in to go help the pedestrian. And then that's the gray Honda that was carjacked. The gray Honda driver was like, hey, someone just took my car. Last seen on like 2nd and Normandy or whatever. The one thing that doesn't add up here is nowhere is there anything about a K injury here. I don't know who, if anybody died, unless it was the pedestrian with a broken leg died at the hospital. I don't know, but yeah, no, I get it. I'm trying to figure out like where the death is. Like, it must have been someone who's taken to the hospital because there's no body there. And I also don't hear the cops like at the scene. They're not talking about a K injury. They're not like, hey, this is we need like lights and sirens. It's just I still don't know what it is. It's very strange. But Jasmine is, I guess, doing the story, right? Okay. Do you know? Is she's? I don't want to call her if she's not there yet. I guess I could check and see where her crew. Is she with her crew already? Okay, I'll give her a call. Okay, thanks, bye. I know this, and I disagreed with it for 20 years. Don't bother us with your questions. Yeah, the answer is. I don't. Look, I know that. Yeah, look,
Meta is following the trend of many other companies like X, like YouTube, and saying, hey, we're spending tons of money on AI. We need other revenue streams. And social media is becoming sort of tiered. It's a pay to play if you're a heavy user.
This is CBS LA Mornings.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I don't. Jesus, where is this? Yeah, just VO, yeah. Yeah, the E line still stopped. Pedestrians. Good morning, Amber. Here at the desk, we're still working on a story involving the E-line trains through the Baldwin Hills area stopped westbound because somehow a pedestrian made it onto the tracks and was hit and killed by that E-line train. Now, SkyCal was overhead this morning, and what you're going to see here is LAPD from Central Traffic right next to that E-line train. The E-line runs from East LA all the way to Santa Monica. This was a westbound train, and right around 6:30 this morning, this train stopped suddenly because it had struck a pedestrian right here at Jefferson and Hauser. Now you can see LAPD right there with the front of the train. There were passengers on this train. No one was injured, but unfortunately that pedestrian was killed after being hit by that train. Now the body of that pedestrian, LAPD put a canopy over it. It's right between the train and those trees you see near the top of the screen. Now I just got off the phone with LAPD headquarters. They say they still have officers at the scene. They say there does not appear to be any criminal involvement here. This just was a tragic accident. And Metro put out a statement saying that E-line trains are currently doing what's called one tracking, where they're just using one track in this area. So trains that are departing for the La Cienega, Jefferson, Expo La Brea, Farmdale, and Expo Crenshaw stations are delayed right now because of this investigation. The LA medical examiner still has to come and take the body of that pedestrian, take it back to the coroner's office. We don't have an age or gender on that victim yet. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you. Okay. All right. I need to call the CHP.
The sun is out and summer right around the corner, which means we'll get out on the water and enjoy some wake surfing like you see Haley doing here for us,
Details here.
demonstrating her skills, and it is pretty impressive, I have to say. The person who is manning the boat here is her dad, Steve Crane, who is also the owner and operator of Tilly's Marine in Norco. You sell Mastercraft boats. We're on a Mastercraft. Talking about
Hey, it's Mark Liu calling from CBS LA. How you doing? Good. Can I talk to a PAO about an incident over at the 10 in Normandy?
Surf boat here, which produces a huge wave behind it, but we've got kayaks, we've got sailboats, we've got fishing boats where, you know, they might not necessarily enjoy this. So try to stay 200 feet away, be aware of your surroundings, so you can enjoy the day and let everybody else enjoy the day out on the water as well.
And we know to operate a boat, you have to have your boating card, as you were telling me. So that involves some classes and some training just to know all of those rules and regulations.
Yeah, in California, everybody's required to have a voter's card now. So there's some great online courses that you can take. And, you know, in a couple of hours, you'll learn the rules of the road and be ready to have a great day on the water.
Because you want the riders like we have behind us, you want them to be safe. That's the whole key is them
Oh,
to learn on the boat, which also means
yeah. It's Mark Liu, LIU from CBS LA. Yeah, and our assignment test number is 818-655-2299.
reminders, but it's good to remind people
2299.
head out for the summer.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know if one of them is out there at the 10 in Normandy?
Sharing this with us and for bringing us out here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Haley for showing off her skills.
Yeah, I mean, it was this morning. It sounds like it was a hit and run, possibly, I think, maybe a K injury, a fatality out at the 10 in Normandy. I'm just trying to get some more information. Oh, westbound 10. Yep. Okay, thanks. All right, bye. So, Michael. Hey, it's Mark Liu. Hi, so I think we are working on the same story, this accident on the 10 in Normandy. You're on their way out there, right? Right. Well, let me tell. Okay. Well, I was going to say I went. I mean, we've gotten some information on the phone from LAPD, but I went back and I listened to all the radio traffic this morning. And so and the radio traffic indicates this. So this is what we're kind of working with, and I'm trying to get this, on the record from them. But it sounds like this morning there was a white Dodge Ram pickup truck that struck very likely a transient on the westbound on ramp to the 10 from Normandy. Okay, so it was just like a transient on the on ramp, and this pickup truck hit this transient, right? And the caller said, I think that this, person that was hit has a broken leg. Okay. So then at some point, another person in a gray, like Honda, I think it was, parked their car, got out, and tried to help the pedestrian that was hit with a broken leg. And that gray Honda was stolen. He left his car, maybe he left his keys in the car or whatever, the door open, and he said when he went to go help the pedestrian, someone took his car. So that's all I was able to gather there. Right. Okay, so here's the thing. The CHP, did you just say you broke up? You said CHP says it is fatal? Okay, I don't know who died. Like, because, I heard the pedestrian with the broken leg get taken to California hospital. Okay, so, I mean, maybe it was a lot worse than a broken leg. I don't know. So maybe, but that, and then they also said there's a hit and run. So there's allegedly a component here where someone got hit by a car that took off. Now, there's definitely a carjacking here, I guess, but really, the CHP has not told us anything other than there was a pedestrian that was hit, and then someone was taken to the hospital. Period. Right. Right. And right. Right. I mean, I'm very certain about the parts about a white truck hitting a transient because you've heard it loud and clear. And then I'm also pretty confident about like a gray, I believe it was a gray Honda is what I said, definitely taken. That's pretty clear. What I don't know is where's the hit and run part and where's the fatality part, right?
During a 14-day period in February 2024. In 2025, the number during the same stretch grew to
I don't know. I have no idea. That's also what is confusing. And what's worse is our video is poor from the scene. Okay, like the aerials in the video is poor.
vacation season. Their concerns over public health are
That's it. That's it.
the crowds draw food vendors who are
On
operating
ramp.
unlicensed.
No, no, on the on ramp to the 10. It's you're on. Imagine you're on Normandy and you want to get on the westbound 10. It happened on that ramp. Right, right. Yeah, I don't know if you can find out anything, but yeah, that's what we've got so far. So here's the other thing. I called CHP and asked for the PIO, and they said all their PIOs are in the field. And I was like, oh, is one of them down at the 10 at Normandy? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. That's what they said. So I don't know.
traffic management plan that would look similar to what we see at the Hollywood Bowl. This would involve the hard closure at Canyon Lake Drive and then soft closures
Yeah.
at some of the other.
I just talked to a desk officer. I just talked to yeah. So yeah. Okay. All right. Text is no, text is better because I might be in the middle of editing or doing a hit or whatever. So yeah, just text me and yeah, that's that. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Bye. Bye. Oy vey. Okay. Ta, 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 ta. Yeah.
The city put in new signs to restrict parking on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. But from these images, they didn't seem to stop people from parking illegally. Rahman says the next step will likely be stepping up ticketing and towing, something LA Mayor Karen Bass supports.
I think that we need to step up enforcement, and I'm gonna make sure that happens.
Okay.
Frustrated neighbors
There's not a lot
believe it.
here. Huh?
And it is only been over the past few years that our politicians have failed us.
Oops, wrong thing.
Watching this and saying this is just a bunch of elitists who don't want people in their neighborhood.
I would say that if you come here, you see how small of a neighborhood it is. You know, we are trying to say there needs to be some sort of accountability from our government.
I'm saving you $93 right now.
You can't have
Hi.
a free-for-all traffic situation.
So here's the thing. I just talked to Jazz. So we're trying to put this together. So I went back and I listened to the radio traffic. So very clearly, I'm pretty confident about some things. This involved, it started with a white Dodge pickup truck hitting what someone thought was a transient on the on-ramp to the 10 from Normandy, and that transient appeared to have like a broken leg. Then another caller called and said, hey, look, I am a driver in a gray Honda Civic that pulled up to help this pedestrian with a broken leg. And while I left my car parked by the side of the road to walk over to where this crash happened, someone jumped in my car and took it. And it was last seen westbound on the 21st from Normandy. And so he was like, okay, well, we'll hand that off to LAPD. And then I heard the pedestrian that was struck on the on-ramp is being transported to California Hospital. I was like, okay. And then that's it. Like, I don't know where the hit and run comes from yet, that LAPD says is a hit and run, and we possibly was hit and run. And I don't know where the K injury, that's the death, happened yet. So Jazz is just arriving on scene. She says there's no cops anywhere there. And she's calling CHP again to try to get some more information. So, I mean, at this point, I mean, at the very least, I'm going to use the video and report that there was a collision with a pedestrian here at the 10 in Normandy. And this is video of like CHP just kind of wrapping up their investigation. And this person was taken to the hospital. And LAPD says they're also assisting, but they believe there's some component of this that's a hit and run. And that we have a reporter at the scene. That's really all I can say right now. Well, here's the thing. I mean, I'm 99% sure, but here's the thing. Whenever I like ask either agency about this, they're kind of like, I don't have any information about that. But like, it's clear as day on the scanner that this is like, we need to hand this, there's this, here's the description, gray Honda Civic, taken, unknown suspect, last seen on 21st from you know, the 10, you know, the driver got out of the car to assist with the pedestrian that was hit on the off ramp. So I mean, it's very clear as day that's on the scanner, but I can't like really get an agency to like link that into me. You know what I mean, right? So it's very strange. I mean, I could certainly do the old radio traffic thing and say, like, listen, I heard radio traffic that there may have been a good Sam that had their car taken as they were, you know, I'm trying to get some more information. Yeah, trying to check on this. Yeah, neither agency will sort of loop us into that's part of this investigation, or if this is like a separate incident, you know, that they're considering a separate incident. So yeah, I mean, okay, that's fine. Yeah, right. Yeah, and yeah, Jasmine Veal is there, and she's trying. Yeah, and that's that. Okay, sure, that's fine. Okay, bye bye. Yeah. Okay. God, there is like no video. God. Oh my God, there is like so little.
Please welcome the 13th president of the University of Southern California, Byung-Soo Kim.
I've always known since growing up that I wanted to make a positive impact on the world.
Byung-Soo Kim was a federal prosecutor, a partner at an international law firm, and held senior roles at Kaiser Permanente before joining the University of Southern California as its top lawyer in 2020. He had never planned on leading the entire university.
When you heard that, hey, I'm going to be the 13th president of the University of Southern California, what was your reaction?
I was surprised, but also incredibly humbled.
Oh,
Kim
actually,
realizes the significance of
this is
becoming USC's first
better.
Asian American
Hold on, this is better.
Truly touched and moved by people coming up to me and saying, "This meant so much to me."
Oh, this is better. This is better. Okay.
Someone with your background could be in the position that you're in now, and it's very inspiring.
Tim was born and raised in the Los Angeles area. He's the son of Korean immigrants who both attended graduate school here at USC. He has fond memories of being on this campus as a child. He never imagined he'd return one
Okay,
day
you know what?
as the university's president.
My father became a business person. My mother went on to become a third grade teacher in the LA Unified School District. And USC was really important to both of their journeys. So it's always been a place that has meant a lot to me as a child of immigrants.
Okay, actually, I just realized.
Okay. Appointment to LA's Korean American community. Kim told us what happened when he went to get his hair cut in Koreatown.
They had never learned my name and never knew my name, but they just asked, "Wait a minute," in Korean, "Are you, what's your name and who are you?" And basically, "Did I just see you in the newspapers and are you the USC president?" And
No.
they were just all
Oh.
kind of very celebratory once they found out.
We have a celebrity client.
That's right. And I'm reminded of the impact that my appointment has had for Korean Americans who should be dreaming big about what they can do, and Asian Americans in general, of course.
There's some component in this.
Truly, I've gotten to spend time with a lot of the students this year. They're idealistic, they're smart, they're hopeful.
Students and faculty call him a next-generation president, guiding the university University through unprecedented change in higher education.
This is an incredibly exciting time to be a university leader because of all of the incredible advances we're seeing in science and research and innovation.
What advice would you have?
Kim launched the Open Dialogue Project, which is aimed at engaging faculty and staff in open civil dialogue and discussion.
It prepares students for working in a workplace where they're going to have to get things done with people who have very different opinions.
He also formed a strategy committee to help students learn how AI
does
will
appear
impact
to
their
show.
careers.
Okay, so there's
A lot of people just think very deeply and critically about how AI is transforming society and some of the dangers.
What do you hope to impart by the time you leave here?
Really to continue that transformational
All right, so I have good news. I took a second look that is actually better than I. Hi, okay, so I actually have some good news. I took a look at the chopper video, which actually is better than I expected. I had seen only a portion of it, and I didn't realize that there was more that shows the story a lot better. You do see CHP looking at like clothing and medical debris in the middle of the on-ramp. So it definitely does, you know, help tell the story of, you know, someone was hit here, right? That there was definitely a serious injury collision there. And also there is a white Dodge pickup truck at the scene. So that was the initial call, was that, you know, there was, you know, truck hit a person. So I think it's better. I feel better about this, that we'll be able to actually have some audio video linkage and tell the story in a more more competent way, you know what I mean? Which is good. So, and I didn't tell Jazz this, so, you know, at least even if she doesn't get much from the scene, I think these aerials and the little bit of ground video I have is enough to tell this story for with a reporter looking at it. Okay, so that's good news. Okay, all right, bye. Sure, bye. So I realize we actually do have. Okay. Isn't that what it's called? Oh, hey. There's some component here. Is this? This is West Adams. Do you have the report of a carjacking there at the time? Hey, Officer Cervantes, it's Mark Liu from CBS LA again. Quick question. This Tanit Normandy call that I called you about before, do you have any information there at that case on the call down there that there was a carjacking of a Good Samaritan that went to go help out a pedestrian down there? Have you seen that in your computer?
LA should investigate. Call the CBS News California Investigates tip line at 818-655-2440.
Oh, okay. As long as, okay, because I heard very clearly the CHP said that on their end they were like, there was a gray Honda Civic, a Good Sam got out to help the pedestrian, and then he says that someone took his car, and I heard the CHP officer say, just give that to LAPD, which is like, okay. And so it sounds like they were like thought that you guys were going to take care of it, but I just wondered if you had seen that had come through there as well, that it was part of this call. Yep. Okay, that's fine. That's all. That's all I need to know. Okay, thank you. All right. Bye bye. Okay. Great news. Great news. I made LAPD admit that they do see notes in the computer that there is a potential carjacking at this scene. So that's all I need. So that was good. Yeah. But they also said, I don't know if we're handling this, but just between you and me, very clearly on the scanner, CHP said, give this to LAPD, please, to their officers. So it's funny how they just were like, this didn't happen on the freeway, so it's theirs. Yeah, there you go. Okay, bye. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Hi. Oh my God. Somehow, impossibly, this North Hill story impossibly has gotten worse. Apparently, the coroner says that the children involved here are 2 years old and 6 days old. 6 days old. This is like just back from the hospital, 6 days old. I didn't think this story could get worse.
How were they killed?
Gunshot, I believe. I did not think that this story could have gotten worse.
Whoever killed a 6-day-old child needs to be executed
I know.
ASAP.
Age 2, male ethnicity.
You know what? I did. Arturo is on it.
Oh, yep, it's confirmed.
Appreciate that, Jess.
6-day-old Ella Basmagian.
You know they need to be shot. Executed.
6 days old.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. How do you look at a 6-day-old infant?
I can't. I can't. 2-year-old Alec Basmagian.
Torture methods for those kind of people.
I don't.
Yeah, slow and painful death. No mercy.
Unbelievable.